Thank you to Dr. Newhouser, Chris Kenny, and the Hall of Fame Committee. Congratulations to fellow inductees Coach Bargady, Kelly, Brian, and Jennifer. I am honored and certainly humbled by my induction. While on the surface, it is an accolade for my individual on-the-ice accomplishments, in reality, it is validation for the hard work and dedication of everyone associated with the hockey team in the early years of the program. Guys like Johnny Cunningham, who coached the B team, Mike Mullahy and Chris O'Mara, who drove the minibus to and from practices, and Scott Carpenter, who sharpened everyone's skates on game day. To all of the players, including Billy Skinner, Peter Newman, Mike Sherman, Todd Drolet, Herb Koff, Rob O'Malley, Kevin Quirk, and Robbie Lyons, just to name a few, who not only made the active decision to get out of bed every morning to make 7 a.m. practices in Essex Junction, but who also subjected themselves to lose Soviet-like training, which included progressive techniques such as running the stairs in alumni, piggyback races through the cornfields in Route 15, and of course, circling up before every game. The news of my induction certainly made me mourn. I have many game-specific memories. Sean Foley scoring 5 goals against Hawthorne, Chris Luca netting overtime winners in back-to-back weekend games against Assumption and Southern Maine, and Michael Murphy scoring the game winner against Suffolk to secure the program's first ever playoff victory. However, there are far more memories of events that took place off the ice. Johnny Berry forgetting his skates for the Pittsburgh game. Brian Skinner coming into the hotel room fully dressed in his gear the night before the Lehigh game. The infamous box the tender card game on the team bus, and our intramural softball team popped on ball, and the subsequent popped on Montreal incident, just to name a few. There are a handful of people, there are far too many people to thank, but please bear with me as I formally recognize a few. First and foremost, thanks to all the boys who made the trip tonight. Thank you to Zaf. During the infancy of the hockey program, the player perception was that we did not have the full support of the administration. Zaf was our liaison. He was all in on the program from day one, as evidenced by his willingness to take the long bus rides, to always share a joke, and to slip us an extra roll of tape every now and again. Thanks to my co-captains, Tim O'Brien and Sean McNulty. It was a tough senior year on the ice, but a great one off of it. Special thanks to my roommates, Dan Robinson and Dave Anderson. As my wife and kids will attest, I'm not easy to live with. Thanks for all the laughs and the good times. Thank you to Paul Massavelli for advocating my induction. Biz was and remains the leader of our group. He has taught me many things. How to keep my head up when cutting through the middle of the ice, how to play cutthroat, and most importantly, how to be a good team player. Thanks, Biz. Thank you to Lou Demasi. At the time, we witnessed the sacrifices that you and Nancy were making in order to create and grow the program. Now, with families of our own, do we finally fully appreciate those sacrifices. Please know that your personal sacrifices have allowed countless players like me and the men in this room to build lifelong friendships. Thank you to my family, to my niece Bridget and my nephews Michael and Owen. You guys are on fleek. Squad goals for making the trip to Winooski to hear boring stories about your uncle. To my sister Kelly, class of 1990, thanks for not complaining too much when you were being dragged around to every rink in eastern Massachusetts, or when Mike and I put you in net and fired tennis balls at you. To my brother Michael, class of 1987, thanks for paving the way at BB&N, at St. Mike's, and in life. A lasting memory will be of my first collegiate goal as you were on the ice and the first one to congratulate me. Thank you to my parents for the countless sacrifices that they made to make better lives for their children. My father obviously would have been proud to see me inducted. He didn't say much at the games, but when he did, there were always words of encouragement and a reminder to be a leader. My mother, on the other hand, was far more vocal. I could always hear her cheering for me, even after I took a stupid penalty. Thanks, Mom, for being my biggest fan. To my beautiful girls, Molly and Annie. Molly, you truly are amazing. And Annie, you're a savage baller. Please don't believe half the stories that you've heard this weekend about my off-the-ice or academic adventures. However, by hearing some of those stories, you now know why I pray each night that you grow up to be like your mother. To my beautiful wife, Jeannie, I'm glad I did not listen to Lou when he said that chicks and sticks don't mix. You clearly are the best thing that happened to me at St. Mike's. Thanks for putting up for me for 22 years of marriage. I love you. Thank you.